Right then guys, I thought I'd give another update as to what's been going on. You can see there's the two that I showed last time that had that young grizzle. We decided to go with the name St Paddy. Right, I'll just bring you down here. Here he is now. He's more or less ready to be weaned. Well, I'd say he's ready to be weaned actually. Alright, he's hiding behind here, look. There he is. Just bring him out of there. Here is Paddy. As you can see, he's very much self-weaned. He's doing well. As soon as I get the other section sorted out, he'll be moved off into there. I'll be expecting these two to go down on eggs again very shortly. Across over here, you can see. Got a young bird over there. Yellow bar mealy, that's a hen. As you can see, I'll bring her to the front over here. She's going to run off. But as you can see, she's very lively. There she's there. She's looking very well. Very happy with herself. There's Dad again. Where are you going? Yeah, wonder what the camera is. Never mind. Looking very well. Get down onto here, I think. Now I didn't introduce these last time. Last time around. We have another Van Reet. Both of these are Van Reets. This one here is the hen, as you can see, a blue check. It's a young bird from last year, and it's the first time her going down on eggs. As you can see, they're both on eggs. Here you go. Right, I'm backing out now. Right, they're due. They'll be due in the next 3 days. I expect to see signs from them. Right. Come down to another pair that I didn't introduce you to last time. As you can see here, both reds, both red checks I'd say. The hen at the front, and got a cock at the back. And I'm sure you've noticed the eggshell down in the corner, because I'll kick you off there a minute, mate. There you go. Two very nice looking young birds. As you can see, I don't like to disturb them too much. As you can see, very alert. I think it's the first time I've actually handled these two. But yeah, very nice healthy pair of young birds just here. Let's have a look at the other one. This one's a bit smaller, but still very alert. Very nice looking young birds I have there. I didn't have this pair last year, so it's my first young birds off these. So I'm very much looking forward to seeing how they get on with training and bracing going forward. Let's pop these back. Come on, back over that side. back in the corner. Now these two, I did introduce you to last time. As you can see, it's a bit different to my other setup. And this is mostly because well, a bit different to the other setups, as you can see. It's purely because there's a gap here. Alright, that is where it used to sit on the app, and there's a gap obviously down the gap here. So it started out, the cock who's sat on the nest currently, he don't fly, so it's bottom shelf. Anyway, he used to fall down the back and get stuck underneath the trays. So stuck this bit of wood in just as a ramp, help him get back out and back into the nest, which was working. It's working fine. As you can tell, you can't tell. Right, these were on eggs last time around, but they weren't fertile, so I did chuck them out. So, with that ramp, I kept noticing the hen was disappearing, and she was just wandering off and disappearing, and I couldn't find her. There's a couple of times, so I figured that she was obviously going under there for some reason. And when I did get round to pulling it out, I'm just going to attack me. I did get round to pulling it out, I found she'd built this very elaborate nest underneath, and has gone down on 2 eggs. So this time around they are fertile, so I will be looking forward to them hatching out. So yeah, stay tuned for that. Yeah, you can go back on now. As you can see, she's very defensive. Yeah, so stay tuned, I'll be looking for that, and I'll keep you updated on the progress of them. Right, I'm going to move into my other section. My other section is not as tidy, I'll admit, and hopefully this week I'll be able to get it sorted out, ready for racing. Right, this is my racing loft. Wasn't actually expecting too much breeding in here. These are all last year's young birds that I didn't get to race. I just ran out of time, and with everything going on it just never fully happened. So they've all been left in. Place, and I've obviously paired up on their own accord. So this is the oldest pair we've got in here. Oldest nesting pair, I should say. As you can see, they put the rings on these a couple of days ago, so they're about just over a week old. Ooh, you're feisty. Okay. But as you can see, they're very alert. You know, very alert. The feathers are just starting to come through now. They're looking like they're going to carry some whites. Be blue check pieds. That's the mum on the nest now, and Dad is up on this perch here. It's a very nice bird. It's one of my favourites in here. So I look forward to seeing the young birds from them. The next young birds I'm going to show you are from this hen here. And if I try and get her to turn around, I don't know if she's going to do it for me. There we go. You can see she's blue check pied as well, white flights. As you probably noticed, she hasn't got a ETS ring on, apart from red hen over here, this blue pied here, could use a late red, and this cock down here, and this grizzle down here. They don't have ETS rings on because they're either late breds or brought in later on this year with like no intention of racing. So, what's I saying? The hen up there is paired to this blue bar. Put the rings on these last night. Let's bring you out. Go on, kick you out there. Right, get that feather out of your mouth. So the nests are a bit mucky, but they're grown quite well. They're going to have some white in them as well by the look of it. How about this one? Can't see anything on this one. How are we doing on your... No white flight. Right. As you can see though, it's going to be white on the back here, and you can see a white flight coming from him. So I look forward to seeing how they progress. Put you back under there. Okay. Go on, I'll leave you to it. And here I have one of my daughter's favourites. As you can see, he's built up this nest, very elaborate nest, right in the track of my sliding door. But I'll put the bowl in to make him a bit happier. He's my first young bird that I had off the grizzle pair in the other section. So he's a full brother to St Paddy. As you can see, he's very defensive of this nest. It's his first one. First time dad, so look forward to seeing how he gets on. We have 2 eggs in there now. There's only one in there last night, so I'm very pleased to see that. Right, Squeak, you can let go of me now, anytime. You're gonna let go? Thank you. And the hen to him is this red one here. So I look forward to seeing how they came out, or they come out rather. We'll see how they get on. Now, there you go. Right, Cree's another one of my favourites. Due to him being a late red, he's very friendly. It's very domesticated. Let's give you a star of his own Charlotte. As a race bird, he ain't been out too much, he hasn't been trained. Whereas, like, the others have. Go on then, Cree. Right, this fake spot up here. Going back to this hen, I'll give you a little story about her. She actually disappeared off one of my training tosses. It's only about 20 mile. Hence why she hasn't got an ETS ring on. She didn't make it back on the day. I think from that particular training toss I only had one bird back on the day, which I believe is that hen there. So I had 20 mile training toss, one bird back on the same day. It was an absolute disaster. What I believe happened was they run into a hawk strike. I think I took 8 birds on the training, one back on the day. I had checkers and Checkers and I think Rocky. Back the next morning waiting to get in, and Fake Spot here, she came in, I think it was around 2-3 weeks later, but I thought it was an absolute disaster. And then I lost another couple of birds after that, so last year for me wasn't really great. Didn't really go too well. As you can see, this is all that's left on my race team. You know, there's Checkers here, Rocky, Fake Spot, and Light over here. And that's all the birds that I have had out raced. Krios here was a late bred, so he didn't get to be raced, he hasn't even been trained. And obviously Squeak down there, he hasn't been trained either. Furthest he's been is the roof opposite, on the house opposite. So yeah, hopefully this year. Racing has just been given the go ahead in the last sort of hour. Can go ahead from 1st of March. No, 1st of May. Racing can go ahead from the 1st of May. So all going well, these will be out and trained. I hope to catch some of the racing. But yeah, we'll see how we get on. Thank you very much for watching, and I shall see you in the next one. Thank you for watching. Don't forget to hit that subscribe button and then go forward and check out these videos.